anybody else pray? I'm sure there are other people who pray. I like to pray. Okay, I'm embarrassed to say this, but every time I pray, when growing up, the traditional way is I have ADD. I forget that I'm saying a prayer and doing something else by the time I remember I was actually praying. So I have discovered what I call popcorn prayers. So throughout the day, I'll just kind of, if I have something I'm grateful for, or I just need to, say a little prayer, I'll just say what I'm grateful for. It's like, just a couple words. I actually started doing, so my video today is actually on prayer and how I pray and receive answers and just kind of from like the universe. So this is like my prayer. So we're going to see what this turns out to be. So every Sunday I like to make a piece of paper and they're my prayers for the week. So this week it's out of my control, in my control. So yeah, out of my control, in my control, because apparently I like to control situations and be in control. It's not true. I just like a schedule and to know what's going on, the time, what we're doing, an itinerary, a schedule, plan. Everybody likes to know what they're doing when they have free time. I just don't like not scheduled time because I feel like that's when I get in trouble. I don't know what's expected of me, and that was like being on the playground as a little girl. I think it's 6th grade or 7th grade. We weren't allowed to go on the playground anymore. We just kind of went to like the basketball courts after lunch, and this was so overwhelming. I had absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to talk about. I can't play on the playground or swing on the swings because I'm too big for that now. And the girls were mean to me, and I was, weird around the boys in school. So anyways, back to my thing. So what is out of my control that I feel like I have, always tried to control? So the first one, we're going to go with the actions of others. The actions of others are not in my control. They're just not. I just need to just let that go. The past, the past is the past. So I feel like the whole reason, again, I started this YouTube channel was to raise awareness for autism and for abuse that does go on in privileged homes. And even like really religious homes, there's still problems. And in the past, my stepdad, pornography addiction, and he puts video cameras in little girls' bathrooms. I was that little girl at 16 years old, and it just traumatized me. And I am just now finally able to get the correct treatment, and I needed to overcome this in the past. So I cannot control the past. I just can't. I need to, heal, get it out there, hopefully help other people, individuals, if they're going through the same thing or something similar, find their voice. Okay, next one. The opinion of others. So everybody has a voice. It's kind of like a butthole. Everyone has one. No one wants to see it or hear it. That's the opinion of others. Sometimes they're great, but they're just opinions. Like, actions speak louder than words, and this past year, I've been so proud of myself with the actions, and I've just kind of stayed quiet to really see who my friends or family are, and that's really starting to show. So, another thing, what is out of my control? What happens around me? We're going to get to a circle that's in my control, but for right now, out of my control. I cannot control what happens around me. I just can't. As much as I would like to control my environment, I cannot. So knowing that I cannot control what happens around me 24/7, I have to learn how to deal with that, and making these videos is one of them. I also have like an agenda planner. I totally love my planner. And I write it in all the time. I want to know what's going on all the time. So next one. What other people think of me? It's kind of like what goes with the other people's opinions. I don't really care I care what people think of me, but at the end of the day, I need to be happy with myself, and I really don't care what other people's opinions are of me. I don't. I am a very spiritual person, so if I need advice, I do like to go to my bishop, and I do care what he thinks of me, not necessarily like bishop, but, I feel like that is a way for me to be closer to my Heavenly Father. And so, yes, my Heavenly Father's opinion does matter to me. So I do care what he thinks of me. So the next one, let's see. The future. I wish I could control the future. I would be an awesome, future controller. No, we cannot control the future. So next one. How others take care of themselves. So I put this on here because I felt like I really need to understand what this meant. It's 100% true. I definitely have that on there. 100% true. How others take care of themselves. That is out of my control. So I have a best friend, and I feel like they're on a really, really bad downroll spiral depression. And I am, I'm a helper. I love to help people. And when I see people, especially people that I know, struggling, I just want to help them. But this can really, take a toll on my energy level that I have. And I just need to keep reminding myself to be supportive and encouraging, but I can't take care of other people, especially other adults that are just, I can help them, be supportive, and motivate them to, better their lives and be supportive and, take them a meal or help out with anything I can. But how others take care of themselves is really on them, and I need to learn that that's just how it is. So the next one, the outcome of my efforts. This one's kicking my butt right now in life. So I feel like everybody prepares. Well, not everybody, but I try to prepare for the things that I want in life. And it doesn't matter how hard you prepare for a test, right now I'm homesteading, and it does not matter what my efforts are. Oh my gosh, my roommate has being the nicest I can saying this because, again, I love animals. My roommate has a small breed dog. I am just not a fan. I love animals. I am not against any type of breeds of dogs, but I personally could never own a small breed dog. And one of the reasons right now is all of the effort and energy and love I've been putting into my homesteading stuff. This dog rips it up, just rips it right up. No consequences, nothing. Kind of really having a hard time with that. But that really applies to everything, and I'm just so grateful for once in my life. That's my effort and the outcome that I can't control, which is awesome. All right, so next. In my control. What do I give my energy to? I think everything is just a ball of energy. Yeah, physical, we can touch it, but everything has energy. And right now, I have been pouring my love into homesteading. Let me show you. All right, so I have 2 of these. So this is, you can't see inside of it right now because it's full of humidity, but maybe this side you can. Oh yeah, there we go. So I have little eggs in there. After I took the eggs out, or after I used the eggs, I washed them all out and put put stuff in there and little seeds. And of course, I'll just take the lid off. So it's been, when did I plant these? August 18th is when I planted these. I love them, they're so cute. And this is the first time I'm opening it. So, we only have one little guy so far. I'll show you. I'm so proud of it. So what we got going on here is I just took eggs and I rinsed out the eggs real good and I put, some soil in there. And then, I totally believe that energy is, everything has energy. So I have a little rock crystal in here, get the energy going, need the little energy. And then, I got a little frog, keep the bugs away. We don't want bugs in here, no way. But only one is growing so far, so we'll see. I did try an attempt, so these are snapdragons. I attempted to grow snapdragons, but I love things too much, and I think I killed it with water. But I loved the container, so I kept it. Now I'm homesteading, and I made one other one. I'll show you the other one. The other one's like a 3-year-old project. Here we go. I just made this one yesterday, and it's just saran wrap and, again, a bunch of eggshells. We'll see if anything goes. I absolutely love okra, so we're going to see if I can grow any okra. All right. So that's what my energy goes to. And again, I love this and I love this part of it. But again, the outcome of my efforts, I cannot control what the birds or animals do once these get big enough. I'm going to try and grow them in the house. I don't think my roommates are going to be down for that, but we'll see how far. So next one, in my control, my thoughts and actions, definitely. I can control my thoughts and I can control my actions. And with my weekly prayer thing, I don't know, my prayer doodle, whatever it's called, I have really been, take life one week at a time. And sometimes I've even been to the point where I need to just take it 1 hour at a time. And even that was overwhelming. And I am so proud of myself that I'm able to now take it 1 week at a time. And this like agenda, calendar, planner, whatever I have is a 2-year one. And so far, this is really working really well for me. And I totally recommend it for anybody who just needs structure and like planning in their life. So I really should be crossing these off. Let's see. What do I give my energy to? We did that one. I give mine right now to homesteading, and it's a lot of fun. So my thoughts and actions, definitely can control those. How I handle challenges. So before my autism diagnosis, I felt like I was just, I don't know, lost in the world. I felt like an orphan to society, and I was either going to die or I was going to figure out what was wrong with myself. And luckily to me, I do feel like I figured out what was wrong. I just needed my autism diagnosis and to find what I felt was a support system that truly supported me and loved me for just who I am and is not ashamed of anything, any part about me. So there's that one. How I spend my free time. This is important. I know that a lot of the time I used to spend my free time like sleeping and depressed. At least I thought that's what it definitely was part of being depressed. But I was just, again, overwhelmed, and I didn't understand why, my mom was with a man who likes gross stuff and never decided to seek help, even though there was programs and options for him to take, and he chose his addiction over his family, which is gross, and it really messed up, generational trauma really needs to be addressed, and I'm just so glad I was able to stop it. So what's another one? How I spend my free time, we just did that one. How I speak to myself. This one is a little one, but it's a big one. I'm even gonna that one's gonna get colored in with some pink. How I speak to myself. So I don't really talk to myself. I don't. Some people do talk to themselves, but I don't. I, again, like to pray. I talk to my Heavenly Father, my Jiminy Cricket, my Chi, I liked the universe. I asked the universe for guidance, for help. And how I speak to the universe is how I try to reflect how I see myself, if that even makes any sense. But the kinder way to ask for help and be grateful when I say my prayers has really been like peaceful to my soul. Okay, so my boundaries. In my control, my boundaries. I know in my heart that I've always known what boundaries are. I think in one of my other videos I talked about standards. I had a hard time recognizing what my standards were. I thought I was just, white trash that nobody would ever want, uneducated, and something was mentally wrong with me. And that's not it at all. It was just because my caregivers were abusing me, and they were taking advantage of the fact that I was just undiagnosed autistic. So now I have a voice and I can be heard, and I'm trying to speak up. So the last one I have in my control is the goals I set. Woohoo. I am in control of the goals I set, not other people. It is great and awesome to have goals that like if you're married or you have kids or, work related. Sorry, I have a nasty ear infection and I can't hear. It's draining. I have a perforated eardrum and it's draining into the back of my throat, and I can taste the eardrops. It's so gross. That's all we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, the goals I set are my goals. They're personal. I don't like to tell people the goals that I set. I know that I think it was November, I set a goal that I wanted to start a YouTube channel and that I was gonna post one video. I don't even remember what it was, but I was gonna start a YouTube channel and I was gonna be consistent. And again, I was consistent, not consistent, but I kept going. And there's now like my low points are like where my high and low points were from a long time ago. So it's up and down, but it's a consistent all the way up. And that's what's important, is that I feel like I don't learn unless I have those drops in life and lessons and stuff. So I kind of, if you can see, I kind of cross things off with my pink marker. And after the week, if I don't have everything crossed off on my own or figured out on my own, I like to try and sit down with Bishop or, someone that I find is also very spiritual and see how I can get these things crossed off. So let me know if this was helpful for you guys. Again, please like, subscribe. I'm really trying to raise awareness for autism and just abuse and sexual abuse that does go on in homes. Again, just because you're privileged or grow up in a really, really nice or good area doesn't mean bad things don't go on there. So be safe. Have a good weekend.